Barbados going on lane 2. In St. Lucia's Michael Joseph. Mwereza of Kenya goes in 4. Watch him. Big talent is Mwereza. Anthony Cox of Jamaica in 5. The Australian Steve Solomon goes in 6. Solomon, very experienced racer. Haran Adoli in 7 Uganda. Botswana's Pasela is the reigning world under-20 champion in lane 8. And Duban Amene of Nigeria goes on the outside. Well, there is Amene. He wouldn't be, I suspect, too happy with that lane draw. Second in his heat in 46.77. He has gone over a second quicker than that this year. This is the Botswana, and they have won in each of these 3 semi-finals. They had a 1-2 back in 2018 in the final. Anthony Pasela, world under-20 champion. He's only 20 now. Fastest in the field, by the way. Set his personal best when he won that World Junior title in Nairobi last year. Haran Adoli of Uganda, second in his heat in 46.38. He's never broken 46 seconds. Steve Solomon of Australia, a semi-finalist in the Olympics last year. He was second in his heat here in 45.98. Very experienced athlete. Anthony Cox of Jamaica, 4th in the World Youth back in 2017. And in the heats in Eugene for Jamaica. 4th leg for them, but they didn't get out of the heats. Boniface Mwereza of Kenya, 5th in the world indoors back in 2016. 45.01 his best. Now would be a good time to go a little bit quicker. And for St. Lucia, Michael Joseph goes in lane 3. 47.08 in his heat. He can go much faster than that. He's a 45.6 performer. And then Kyle Gale for Barbados goes on the inside. 46.66 for 4th place in his heat. He won't be too happy with that lane 2 draw. I suspect the bend's a little bit tighter. They slow you a little bit. 5 of the 8 in this first semi-final, though, have set personal bests this year. Anthony Pasela of Botswana is such a huge talent. 44.58 to win that World Under-20 title last year, as we see Steve Solomon of Australia settle into his blocks. He's many-time a semi-finalist in major global championships. Actually finished 7th back in 2018 over 1 lap on the Gold Coast. Solomon, his best is 44.9. Now, who can judge this? Joseph, big fella, moving well around the first 300, but now Mwereza begins to dig deep. So is Steve Solomon going to have to do that if he wants to get there, and he's not going to do it. And coming through the Ugandan, the big Ugandan, Haran Adoli, with a fabulous run, and he's going to take this one very close at the front end there. Boy, oh boy, what a finish from Adoli, 45.81. That is a lifetime best. His first time under 46 seconds. What a run from the 27-year-old. I thought Boniface Mwereza had it sewn up, but he was run down. I think Anthony Cox was 3rd, but only the first 2 go through by right. 45.80 for Haran Adoli of Uganda. He goes through to the final. Mwereza of Kenya does as well. 45.85 in 2nd.
Well, I have to say, that was one of the messiest 400-metre semi-finals I've ever seen from several athletes there, Tim. In terms of how they ran it, the Kenyan Mwereza, we'll see on the replay, was absolutely flying around the first 120. Then he consolidated massively down the back straight. Then he went again. Meanwhile, the Botswanan Pasela in lane number 8 was going nicely. Now he's chilling a little bit, and then he goes again. And in the middle of that was the Ugandan here. Look at the tall figure on the outside. Their national champion this year, running 46.38, and as you say, gritting his teeth, getting himself into that top 2 position. The Kenyan held on well in the end. He was puffing out his cheeks a bit, but he got the automatic qualifying spot under 46 seconds as well. It was a good race though, wasn't it? I did enjoy it massively. It was just unpredictable.
I was going to say, 45.8, not supremely fast, but the fact is, what a brilliant race it was, and a lot of changing of positions. It's like a middle distance race as they come down the home straight here. The Australian Steve Solomon going backwards, he ends up in 4th place, 46.30. Anthony Cox, the Jamaican, just run out of an automatic spot, his time in 3rd, 45.98. It's going to be very, very tight indeed to see if he can get a non-automatic qualifying spot.
But yeah, look how tight it is with our overhead camera. You can see the whites of the Ugandan's teeth there. Lifetime best performance, a dip finish ahead of the Kenyan. Very, very enjoyable, as you say. Cox 45.98, Solomon 46.30. They will wait and see. How entertaining, super soft. And it's just past 9 o'clock here at local time. It is chilly. The temperature's dropped to 15, 16 degrees. What a great slow-mo that is. We'll see him back in the final.
Absolutely right, yeah. Giving it all. Smiling and grimacing at the same time there. Aaron Adoli, a surprise winner of that first semi-final of 3 in the men's 400. 45.80, a personal best for him. Boniface Mwereza goes through by right as well for Kenya. 45.85.